mean, we know there's gonna be bloody underwear.
Wax on, wax off.
100 years ago, back in
I'm just joking.
1904.
Two of them.
So if you were, would you? No, no. No, Tiffany, not. She's not one to brag about.
Oh no.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like anyone had a good time. That's not how we do it.
No.
No. Like no one makes a noise or sound.
Quiet. We're quiet.
Quiet. Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Anthony.
And this is Doors Open. Okay, so I was on TikTok, right? And one of my favorite female comedians, I could just say comedian, Whitney Cummings. And you'll get into like a scroll
Yeah.
situation.
I'm not on TikTok.
Well, just say anything.
Yeah.
Reels, Pornhub, whatever you're looking at. There's you just scrolling. Why are you laughing? Because you know what it is. He knows what it is. Caught him. Got him.
I mean, the context, you could easily know what that is. But anyway, keep going.
Pornhub can mean anything, guys.
I mean, in the context of what we're talking about. Anyway.
You sound nervous. You got that nervous sound. So I was scrolling in TikTok. I'm gonna take these bracelets off. They make a lot of noise, right? All right, so I was scrolling to TikTok, and I was looking at Whitney Cummings' page, and so she's talking about the LA fires,
Right.
because she has a podcast there. I'm waiting for my invite on that. It's not gonna happen,
I mean, you never know. You never know.
but she was really sad about it, and I started scrolling all the other videos. Anyways, she was talking about she had a friend that saw someone pour gasoline starting fires. And I was like, whoa, is there more to this? So I did what most rational human beings do. I went on Reddit and Google and 6chan and 4chan and 3chan, all the chans. And there's a lot of conspiracies about this.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to name some.
Okay.
So.
No, he doesn't have anything on his computer. He's just going to name it off the top of his head.
No,
you know.
Yeah, there's nothing here. There isn't. There's nothing here. I always look down like I'm reading things, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just the old noggin. So apparently, over a year ago, the place where they get their water for the fire department, where they essentially scoop up all the water and they use the reserves for it, has been pretty much empty since last year. Like they depleted all that water they had left in like 3 hours of the fire.
Right.
And this is why, one of the reasons why it's been spreading so fast. Obviously, the wind is a big issue. And another issue is that a lot of insurance companies, two months prior to the fire, changed a lot of their policies to not cover fire damage.
Okay.
Which is, insurance companies do this shit, man. We talk
do.
a lot of shit about insurance companies here. Because fuck them. Like, I know I had an insurance claim where it flooded and the policy literally says, like, we don't cover flood. And they just, I don't know how old that is or how new that is, but I'm like, what are you here for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't help that nature. Like, this is why you have insurance.
Yeah.
But pretty much what happens is when they see bad things happen and they're like, oh, this costs us money, we're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of insurance companies like State Farm and a lot of other insurance agencies have just. I have a buddy that works at State Farm. And I feel bad. I'm talking shit about them, but a lot of insurance companies have pretty much pulled fire policies from California,
Right.
which has fucked over a lot of people there.
Yeah, I mean, it's known to catch fire, and one of the things that you pay insurance is to cover those instances.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people who are starting fires, like minor arsonists, to loot, essentially. Now, are all of them? No, but is it happening? Yes. Another crazy thing is, so like, there's so much property destroyed, so much land destroyed. And people are like, why do they need all this? Like, what's the theory behind this? So they also announced a couple months ago, I believe, that they want to build a smart city. Well, where are they going to put it? Well, I guess we know now. So in the future, this is where they put the smart city. There's something to this conspiracy.
So you're saying that the higher up bigwigs, fat cats, put in motion the lower end people starting these fires, and then also cross-referencing the insurance companies to negate the fire coverage, and also crossing over to the water department not to refill the reservoirs so that they can get this area to build their new city.
I mean, it literally is Hawaii all over again. You remember what happened?
No.
The fires in Hawaii? This was huge. Like what?
Yeah.
A year and a half, 2 years ago, where all this property burned up, and these people could not afford to pay for it. Their expensive property.
Yeah.
And a lot of rich people came in and bought the property to build, big giant, resorts.
Yeah,
and
resorts and stuff.
And so you have all these people who were essentially homeless, and they could not afford to repair their own property.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying this happens a lot.
Yeah.
In society. Oh, dude, this is another crazy theory.
What's this?
Okay. You know what? Okay. Do you remember? You don't remember because we weren't alive, but they used to have this thing called the World's Fair.
Yeah, I remember the World's Fair.
No, you don't. You remember what it is. You weren't there. Or you? Do you?
Nosferatus.
Oh my God, he's a vampire, dude. He's a vampire. Fucking vampire. I'm reading I Am Legend. It's a great read. I'm 49 pages in.
I don't consider that reading. I think you just started I Am Legend.
No, I've been working at it. I've been working at it a long time. I read a page a day, sir.
Okay.
Well, they say you have to do something 21 days to get a habit.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, naturally.
Yeah, you read one page. Okay.
1 page a day. So now I'm going to have to read 1 page a day. I want to read more, but I just can't. No, that's a joke. But the other conspiracy about the World's Fair is, so they used to build like these giant things for this, and things that we would think impossible now to build in a short period of time, and all of it just went up in flames all over their, the world, essentially. All these places that, there was a time period where there's all these great fires in all these major cities. I don't know. There's like something to it. A lot of times, civilizations get wiped out, or places get wiped out so they can build anew. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just fun to think about. Not fun in a fun way, but fun in an interesting, tickle my brain way.
Right. Conspiracy way.
Yeah. What's your favorite conspiracy? I think I've asked you this like 3 times.
Maybe. I don't know if I have a favorite conspiracy. I guess the lizard people is like just, it tickles me. Just lizard people out there controlling the world.
Yeah, they live underground.
Well, no, they're politicians.
Yeah, no, but like they're hub based. So,
so
the theory behind that is that they are part alien, right? And that they went to underground. And essentially, lizard people are supposed to be like the bad ones.
Right.
There's like a lot of good aliens, and there's a lot of bad aliens. But how I feel about this, right? Since you brought it up, that you want to talk in depth about lizard people.
Yes.
There's nothing that's all good and all bad. So if there are lizard people,
Right,
not all of them are going to be bad, guys. Some are going to be cool and chill, and not really want to do the lizard people type shit.
So you're saying that like evilness is taught; it's not necessarily inherent.
Yeah, it's nurtured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because you were born a lizard person doesn't mean you have to be evil, or that they are evil.
Take off your mask.
Blood. I'm just a human that ripped his face off. Yeah. So yeah, that's another subject. We could talk about aliens all day. We can make this whole podcast today about.
No, let's not.
Okay.
Maybe later. Maybe later.
I'm not gonna research any of this. I'm just gonna
we're gonna go
memory.
off the top.
Okay. So, am I the asshole for outing my straight best friend after he hooked up with me? Okay, I guess he's not that straight. You are the asshole for outing them, though.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, you should never just out someone.
well, it's like if I had sex with a girl and I told all my friends, like, yeah, I had sex with Tiffany, and they were like, dude, that's a private. Why are you sharing that?
No, I mean, guys would be like, oh, snap, you did what?
No, Tiffany, she's not one to brag about.
Oh, no.
She's the one you're supposed to keep a secret. You know what I mean? She's the 2 a.m. I'm the 2 a.m. guy, so
Don't downplay yourself. You're good.
Appreciate
Man.
that,
You're
dude.
good.
So if you were, would you? No, no. But you know me.
No.
Man, I would take
No.
care of you so well. You can do better than me? Oh, no. You don't know what you're missing out on. A lot of sarcasm.
Yep.
All right. Edit. Everyone is calling me horrific things. I am genuinely fucking sobbing. I was so I'm laughing at this guy. But because, dude, you're talking too much shit.
Yeah.
You know, your friend had sex with you and you're like, well, he's not straight.
Yeah.
But we know we don't know the context of this.
Right.
Sorry. Everyone is calling me horrific things. I'm genuinely fucking sobbing. I was told to put this comment put this comment of mine up. I hate making it front and center, but everybody is imagining me do the absolute worst thing. Imagine me doing the absolute worst vile things. This is how it went down. Okay. The nitty gritty of his side.
Okay.
As I also mentioned, I was significantly more drunk and he was the one in control. He sounds guilty already.
Yeah. Right off the bat, you're wrong. You're wrong, kid.
He was more drunk. Okay. I was more drunk than him. Okay. He wasn't the one left with bruises. Jeez, I don't know where this story is going. He wasn't the one left with bruises. He wasn't the one left with aches and pains and bloody underwear. I was.
I mean,
I was not ready. I was not ready. Okay, for the record, our producer now he sent me this. So I did not know. I did not know what I was about to read.
yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
That's crazy.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like anyone had a good time. That's not how we do it.
No.
No. Like no one makes a noise or sound.
Quiet. We're quiet.
It's like nothing even happened. Okay. People want to act like I'm some violent criminal when a part of me feels like it was completely the opposite way around.
Okay.
I'm by no means saying he raped me. I consented, but had I been sober, things would have been a lot different. I basically came out of it feeling like a punching bag, both emotionally and physically.
Okay.
So that's the edit, guys.
Right.
So now we're gonna read the original post.
Okay.
That's the edit. So prepare yourself.
Right.
There's gonna
It might be graphic.
yeah.
Spoiler. I don't know.
We don't know.
I haven't heard this. You haven't.
I mean,
read
we
this.
know there's gonna be bloody underwear.
Maybe. Yes.
I feel nervous already.
Okay, let's go.
Original post.
Okay.
I, 22 male, have been best friends with Jake, 23 male, since high school. Jake has always identified as straight and has even poked fun at me for being gay when we were younger. Nothing overly hateful, but stuff like, "You're lucky I'm secure in my masculinity, bro," or "Don't fall in love with me, ha 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 ha." Like, those aren't really mean gay jokes.
No, I mean they're friends.
Yeah, yeah. But I was expecting like the stuff you say to me. Recently, Jake went through a bad breakup with his girlfriend of 3 years. So he's 23, so he's 20 when they broke up.
They broke up or when they started dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So like a little bit after high school. He was heartbroken and turned for me for support. He started hanging out more, and one night, after a few too many drinks, things got kind of intimate. He kissed me first, and I was shocked. But I went in with it because I always had a low-key crush. Parentheses, I'm practically in love on him. One thing led to another, and we ended up sleeping together.
Okay.
The next morning, Jake completely freaked out. He apologized over and over, saying it was a mistake, that he was just drunk, and that he's definitely not gay. I told him it was fine, but I was hurt, not just because he brushed it off, but because it felt like he was ashamed of what happened.
I mean, he was.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's just like anything. Like if you slept with a girl and you had a girlfriend because you cheated because you're drunk, you still could be like, this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened.
It's not necessarily. It's just I did something that I didn't mean to do.
Right. It's not a slight against you, but
definitely not homophobic. I mean, he had sex with you.
This guy, original post, he said it himself. He's in love with Jake.
And I just want to point out that he said he made it seem like it was a very peaceful night, but later on, up on the edit, he's like, "Yo, this guy tore me up."
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they have sex again, but it's a different story, right?
Yeah.
Since then, he's been distant. When I tried to talk to him, he shut me down and said I should just forget it ever happened. That hurt even more. I felt used, like I was just an experiment or a way for him to cope with his breakup. I mean,
yeah,
it's an accident, right?
Like, as a friend, when people go through like traumatic times, there's a vulnerability to them, and
I think
as a friend, you need to be able to like not use that to sleep with your best friend.
Well, I think you got to look at this. The way I'm looking at it is that if this is anyone you had sex with, right? Like someone who's your friend, it was a mistake, it was an accident. I was drunk, you were drunk. One thing led to another. You even said that.
Yeah.
But the problem is this: you love him.
Yeah.
For him, it was just I was drunk, you were drunk, something happened.
Yep.
But for you, it was what you've been wanting for a long time, and so you're pressing it.
Yep.
And it's not that you didn't mean anything, but it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe not a bad mistake. Maybe not something that he's like, I wish this never happened. I don't know, but just it wasn't supposed to happen.
It wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah.
Here's where it gets messy. A few days ago, we were at a party with mutual friends, and someone jokingly asked if Jake had ever hooked up with had I ever hooked up with him. Jake laughed and said, "No way. I'd never do anything with a guy." And I added some rude comment like, "I'd have standards. I'd never be that desperate." I saw red. So basically, they're out joking around. He's like, "No way. I would never," which is a weird conversation to have with your straight friends, right? I'm assuming.
I mean, I don't know. Are they straight friends?
No, we don't know.
We don't know.
But I'm just saying
It could be
he's
a mixed group.
Yeah, like I don't think we're both straight. I don't think that you would go like, "Oh man, like, would you ever have sex with a guy?" Not that wouldn't be a serious conversation.
No, it'd be joking.
So I'm just questioning everything, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Without thinking, I said, "Well, that's funny because you didn't seem to have any last weekend." Ooh. So he's talking about any qualms about having sex with a guy last weekend. So he just called him out in front of everyone,
Just
which is
straight
a
up.
dick move.
It is.
The room went painfully and awkwardly silent. Jake stormed out, and now everyone knows. Some of our friends are saying I was out of line for outing him, but others think he had it coming after the way he treated me. Jake hasn't spoken to me since. Am I starting to feel guilty? Am I the asshole for outing my best friend after he tried to humiliate me?
I mean, I don't think he was necessarily trying to humiliate you. I think he was just playing up the playful banter that they were having.
You are the asshole, though.
Yes.
100%. Like, and like I said, you totally change up because nothing in here talks about another sexual occurrence. But on the update, on the edit, you're like, "Yo, he tore my ass up and beat the shit out of me." That's well, he's like, "I'm bleeding. I'm in my underwear, and I got bruises. I'm a punching bag, like physically a punching bag and like emotionally punching bag." So you're saying it was rough sex.
Yeah.
But when the original post, you're like, things what led to another, and we slept together.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I think you definitely are the asshole.
Yes.
But you're young. You're 22.
You are.
And he's 23. But it's fucked up to just out anyone for having sex with when they don't want that told. Because that is a very private, intimate thing.
Yeah.
And if one party doesn't want to share that, you should respect that.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be
in any
like one of those
situation.
chatty Cathys and be like telling your sex life out on the street like that. I mean, even with your friends, it is kind of disrespectful to your partner.
Especially because you know that Jake had an issue with this.
Yeah.
He had an issue with the whole situation.
Yep.
And definitely in this conversation, he's trying to put on that he would not have sex with a man. And you're like, "Oh yeah, you're a liar because you ripped my asshole up last weekend."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously he's ashamed of it, but you put it on blast.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna make you like a punching bag now, though. You know,
I doubt it. I think he's
I
just
think
gonna
he's
cut
like,
ties.
I'm not gonna talk to
he's
you
gonna
anymore.
cut ties with you. You just lost your friend.
And that was your best friend too. That's like you're not a good friend either.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I understand like the original post, his feelings being hurt in this, but he took it to another level because his feelings weren't supposed to be hurt. And realistically, as a good friend, you shouldn't have slept with your best friend like that. It shouldn't have been like if you guys were going to hook up, it shouldn't have been when you guys were drunk like that because that never really pans out in the end.
sure, but do you think he's gay? Jake?
Jake? I don't know. It's hard to say. I think in that moment he might have been like a little bit curious, but he was definitely, especially if his girlfriend and him just broke up and he was like visibly heartbroken. He was there to hang out to try to get over the girlfriend. He wanted to be in a safe space. And
I want you to. You weren't there, obviously, but I want you to like tell the story as if you were there watching.
if I was there watching,
I'm not in a creepy way, but like walk me through. Like, what do you think happened? If you're a detective, like detective.
Okay, so what I think happens is, him and his girlfriend broke up. So he goes to the safest place that he feels, which is the original post's
Booty hole.
No, his house, because he wanted just to chill out and just kind of like maybe talk through some stuff. Obviously, they were like, "Hey, let's get some drinks." Because I don't want to feel anything right
Just
now.
Just forget what's going on. Troubles in his life.
So he gets really drunk, and according to the original post, he was more drunk. So I don't know what that means to be more drunk than the other person.
Well, in the original post, he wasn't stating that he was more drunk.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't. He didn't
that was
say
his
that.
edit.
That was the edit.
Yeah.
The original
Just for the
post.
record, I was more
Yeah.
drunk. But do you believe that?
Yeah, no, I don't believe that. I think that
You think Jake got wasted and he got taken advantage of?
I feel like he did.
Kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe we're not saying that somebody assaulted anybody.
No,
necessarily.
I don't think there was necessarily.
But someone definitely took advantage of the
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
Right. Or at least it feels that way. Like if roles were reversed, right? And I am the friend, and Jake is Jacqueline, right? She breaks up with her boyfriend. She's hanging out with me. I'm the best friend, right? She's emotional, sad. She's drunk. I end up having sex with her, right? I post about it. We had sex. I had a crush on her since 6th grade.
Yeah.
And she's acting like it didn't happen, dude. I sound like a rapist.
Villain. Yeah.
So gender shouldn't matter in this situation. Is what I mean. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but you sound like the villain.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to paint it, the edit, that you're like
That you were
the
the
victim.
victim.
which makes you look even worse.
Yeah, it does.
You should delete this. You know what I mean? It's a bad look.
It
I
is
don't
a
know.
bad
Maybe
look.
you're doing this for clout because
Yeah.
you're young.
Especially
too.
like with this, like the edit was at top. Typically the edit's at the bottom. So it's like,
well, he wants you to read that first.
Yeah.
Like before you get into
Before
this,
you get
you
it.
should know my asshole is bleeding. And he beat the shit out of me. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what he said.
yeah.
Man, I'm fucking sobbing, is what he says. Because I think everyone saw through your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone saw through your shit and they probably chewed you up. We never read comments, but I'm just going to kind of icky all around. I don't blame you for calling him out like that, but you probably shouldn't have slept with a vulnerable friend.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, if someone is talking shit in a situation, like if someone's like, I would never say anything racist, and this person's racist as fuck, you'd be like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you racist.
Right.
This is some shit you said.
Yeah.
And then maybe they don't want that shit said, but like you are racist.
Yeah.
So if someone's like, I'm not gay, dude, I would never do nothing gay. I'm the straightest guy around. And then you go, you sucked my dick last weekend. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. But is it true?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. You're the asshole.
Yep.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. On to the next.
On to the next.
Am I overreacting? My boyfriend, 25, seems insecure about me going to see a therapist.
Okay.
Well, first off, just based on that, are you looking to see no more pages?
Yeah, I was making sure.
I am notorious for not saying that. If he's jealous you're seeing a therapist, then that is insecure for them.
Yeah.
Because I think anyone can benefit from therapists.
Yes.
Even if things are good. Just
Yeah.
like
Just like a tune-up.
like a tune-up or just like a doctor
Yeah.
check-in. Just hey, how things look. I know when I go to my therapist and when I say, "Hey, I have things," they're like, "Yo, you're fucked."
You crazy?
I have a bad therapist.
You can't say crazy.
Man, you fucking crazy, dude. You need to get out of here. They're looking for you. But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, a tune-up, a checkup, just every once in a while is totally perfectly fine, and someone should not be jealous of it.
No, but I mean,
But we don't know the
we don't. And
this person might be trying to fuck your girlfriend.
Statistically, guys tend to shy away from like mental health like that, which is an issue. Like guys, it's okay to see a therapist, okay to see a counselor, just so you have an unbiased person to like get thoughts out of. You know, like you can bounce ideas off of them without them like being your friend to where you feel like they're going to hold on to that and turn it against you later.
I tell you what, Jake from the previous, he needs a therapist.
He needs a therapist,
yeah.
yeah.
100% what happened.
Well, I mean, Original Post needs a therapist too.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can need a therapist. But I mean, Jake, because if you're...
I mean, he's going through some stuff.
If you are saying you're straight or you feel identify as straight, and have sex with a man, there's something you need to talk about.
Yeah.
You need to like unload why this happened.
Right.
You know, unless you were sexually assaulted, which there's no fault of yours.
There's no fault.
But
But even still,
you still need to talk to someone about it
yeah.
because no matter what, that's a
It's
traumatic
a
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, back to this post.
Okay. That's a text thread.
It is text thread, yes. And this is their first text of the poster. I have an appointment with my new therapist tomorrow, so I'll be out from 10 to 12-ish, depending on how long the appointment goes on for. And then the boyfriend, I assume, says, I told you that you don't need to see a therapist. Controlling.
Yep.
You know, very controlling.
Yeah.
Did they say how old they were?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll find out later.
Yeah, we'll find out later. Okay. Then she responds, yeah, I know, but I want some extra help with the issues I've been having. And then he responds, I took like 4 psych classes in college. I can help you. Whoa, controlling. Whoa, manipulator too.
Yep.
She responds, I'd rather just see a professional. I don't know. You know, I just need to work some things out with myself and my family. He responds, I don't get why you just can't talk to me about it. I know you've been having issues, but I don't get why you need to let another guy hear about them instead of me. This is way too insecure.
Yeah.
He's 25. Okay, that's a problem. I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're very young. Maybe he's taking advantage of you. He knows this.
Yeah.
Because that's a weird thing. He said he took 4 classes in college. What the hell, man?
I mean, maybe he thought he was going to be a psychiatrist and then got out of the field. Or maybe he just lied. It sounds like he just lied.
I mean, this is like someone who started pre-med and then you're like, I think I'm sick. And you're like, no, don't go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Let me check you out. Let me check you out here.
Give me the money.
What insurance you have? We don't accept them. I think your boyfriend, this is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
If you want to see a therapist and he's like, no, that's not a good idea. You don't need one. That's a red flag. 2, if he's saying that he took psych classes in college, that he can do this, that's another red flag.
Yep.
You know, like this is very narcissistic of this person.
It is.
Right? He's a narcissist.
He is.
And he's also saying, I know you have these issues with your family, but why you got to talk to another guy? It's not another guy. It's a professional.
I mean, she doesn't even say if it's a guy or a girl.
She doesn't.
So
but maybe he's
assuming.
It's not the first time. Yeah.
Somewhat sexist.
Oh, it is a new therapist. So maybe she's talked to him about it. But he took, this is a comment, but he took like 4 classes in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's already a bunch of red flags. This boyfriend. If I was you, I would not stay with him because he's going to try to control every aspect of your life.
It seems like he's super controlling. I mean, especially like if he knows that you need help. Granted, let me help you, but also get professional help as well. Like you should be able to talk to him about certain things and then elaborate more with a therapist to see if you can, like, I don't know, get closure on certain things.
Yeah, if you ever feel a need that you need help, like for your mental health, get it. Get the help. Don't listen to your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your friends.
Yeah.
If you personally feel like I need to talk to someone about the things going on with me, do that.
Yep.
Because it's just like anything else. You can't take care of anybody until you take care of yourself.
Yep. True.
And like you said earlier, it's just nice to get an unbiased opinion about what's going on with you.
Yep.
You know, because anyone who knows you is going to have an opinion. Even your therapist is going to have a slight opinion on things.
Right.
Because I know my therapist, like, I just let them know everything.
Yeah. And that's also another thing. Like, if you can find a therapist that you like enjoy talking to, it helps so much. You can work through a lot of different issues or problems in your life because you have that therapist that you know you can just talk to them and not like feel like you're burdening your friends with certain things.
And also, they do this for a fucking living.
Yeah.
This is their job.
That's their job.
They're literally professional at this.
Yeah.
They've heard, if they've been doing this a while, they've heard hundreds of people go through similar issues or other issues, maybe worse, maybe more, maybe, you know, but they're going to ask you the right questions.
Yeah.
Like the questions are like, you know, the stereotypical questions too are important. Like, how's the relationship with your mother?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, you know, how's the relationship with your dad?
Yeah.
You know, are you close to your friends? You know, what's your self-worth? Things like this, you go, oh, I never asked myself that question.
Or your friends have never asked you that. Or if they have, you've never been 100% truthful with them about it.
Well, like, honestly, if you go to your friends and they're good friends and you say, like, man, I just feel like I'm a piece of shit, like, I'm not doing anything, they're going to say, no, you're a great guy. And, you know, which is not wrong to do.
Right.
But that's not really solving the issue why you feel this way.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, if you feel shitty like that and then your friends say, dude, you're awesome. You don't go, thanks, man. Cool. I'll never think about this again.
Right.
I just needed to hear it.
Yeah.
That would make you a narcissist. Not you, but just you're a narcissist. You shake your head. Oh,
I am.
okay. Well, yeah, you are not the asshole, or you're not overreacting. Your boyfriend is a narcissist.
Yep.
You agree?
I agree.
Okay. On to the next.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not offering to host my niece's shower?
I don't know the context, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because it's your niece.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because I don't know your situation as far as financial situation, living situation. Maybe you can afford it. When you're hosting a baby shower, is what I assume it is. It might be a bridal shower.
Yeah.
But when you're hosting a shower, there are a lot of financial things that is expected of you.
True.
You know, or just expectations.
Yeah.
Because if let's say you don't have a budget and no one's giving money for this, it's just you, right?
Yeah.
And it's a baby shower. Because I don't know if it is, but let's say it is. So they want it to look pretty. They
Right.
want it to look nice. They want the things to be there.
Right.
They want games.
Yeah.
They want food.
Yeah.
They don't want to show up at your house and like, this is your baby shower.
Yeah.
You know, and what if you don't have a house? What
Then
if you're like
I'm-
a roommate?
I
you know?
can't host.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. That's why I'm saying you're not an asshole.
No,
because
I
don't
know.
your situation.
I mean, like I said, I don't know the situation, but I'm just gonna go off the top and just say yes.
We like to be divided here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the one in the family that hosts get-togethers.
Okay.
Holidays, graduation parties, showers, etc. I'm the event planner and own a small event hall. Okay, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. Plus, I genuinely enjoy it.
Okay.
But you're probably, maybe you're not the. But you
I don't see the issue here.
You just don't like her,
Maybe, yeah.
which is your choice.
This is your choice.
My side of the family is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of siblings and kids. I have always offered up at my event hall and
Mm-hmm.
planning for their use, even though it comes at a cost for my business.
Right. Which it does.
Yes.
They
Everything
need-
costs money.
Yeah. Yeah. They should understand this.
Yeah. And if you have friends that like own a restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and you expect free food, dude, no. Pay them. They need that food costs money.
It does.
Everything costs money.
It does.
Maybe
I mean,
you don't have to like
pay full price.
Yeah, but pay cost at least.
yeah, at least.
Yeah. I never understood that when people like want to hook up when it's like your family business
Yeah.
or something. Like if you're working at a restaurant and it's on their bill, like
Like a corporate
give me
restaurant.
a free refill
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But if it's like, hey man, give me all that food for free. I'm like, yo, this came out of my pocket.
My kids can't eat because I'm trying to feed you.
Yeah. You bring all your family every week. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, we eat for free every week.
Yeah.
Okay, my niece, now 25, we can call her Mary, has taken me up on this 3 times in the past for her post elopement party and 2 baby showers.
Okay.
For each of those, she gave me no directions, just said, do whatever you want. So I did, trying to keep her in mind. At her first baby shower, she turned up 30 minutes late in raggedy sweats, stayed long enough to eat, and gathered up the presents and then left. No thank yous offered. My brother and sister-in-law, her parents, made excuses, saying the pregnancy was very, very rough. So we all just made allowances for that.
Okay.
I get that. I get that when you're pregnant, you can be extremely tired and exhausted and just not have
Cranky.
the energy for it, right? Because you're literally growing another human life
Inside of
that's
you.
absorbing all your energy,
Yes.
taking your life force.
It's a little baby vampire inside of you.
Yes. So I get that, but I think you're getting taken advantage of too.
Yeah.
At her post-elopement dinner, she again showed up late, stayed on her phone the whole time, and ate and left. Again, no thank yous. No thank yous. When my mother commented on that, my brother said she was going through some newlywed stress as an excuse. Okay, sounds like she's problematic.
Yes.
I mean, all that can be true.
Her parents seem like they're always just making excuses for her. Like
Definitely
they're enabling.
Yeah, definitely the brother, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his wife, right? No. His daughter.
Yeah.
That's his daughter. Yeah, that's his daughter. I mean, there is a lot of stress. Becoming newlyweds, getting married is very stressful.
Yeah, but I mean, if she came,
it's a pattern, though, right?
The stress part about it is like when you're trying to plan everything and you're trying to organize. She doesn't do any of that. Like the niece is not organizing anything. She literally just comes and goes.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. So there is no stress.
And I think I get you're annoyed because she's shown up late. She's not even preparing herself, to look pretty, because you're doing all this work, this effort, and then she shows up in like sweats and she like eats food or plays on her phone and then leaves without saying a thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I'm sure if you said thank you, this wouldn't even be a post.
Yeah. Just thank you. It looks great.
Yeah.
Just
entitlement
something.
is what's going on.
Yes.
Her second baby shower started the same way. When she asked me to gather up all the presents so she could leave, I suggested she stay and open them so everyone could enjoy seeing what was given, which is very common.
I mean, that's typically what you do at a shower is that you open and you say thank you. And
She scoffed and said, I don't want to stay at these little parties any longer than I have to. This is your party.
yeah,
This is your party for you. I don't want to be here.
I'm reversing my previous. I'm jumping back over.
So I gathered up all the presents and decided not to offer my little parties to her in the future. Fast forward to her sister's wedding shower. Okay. We have a delightful time, even though Mary has done the usual eat and then leave without offering to help or just be there for her sister. My brother and I are loading up the presents when he mentions that Mary is expecting again and we can host the shower. I told him, no, wrong. You're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, you are.
I told him I wouldn't be offering this time around and why. He was taken aback and said that he was surprised. I was letting that comment get under my skin, but whatever, my choice. The next day, I get an irate call from Mary. I remind her that she said that she didn't care for my parties, so why does she want it anyway? It turns out she got rid of all her baby supplies and needed a shower to get the presents. That's your fault, girl.
Yeah, that's on you.
I don't know the spread on this, the time-wise, but you keep it for a couple years.
Yeah.
The things you can. Some things you can't keep.
Or you give it to friends.
Yes, that happens a lot. Or put it on Facebook Marketplace and ghost people. Whatever. I told her to post her registry online, and I'm sure people would help her out. She got angry and hung up. Then my brother calls. He says I'm being childish. I told him that if he wants the shower, he can pay for it. I gave him the standard quote for the event cost. He just sputtered and said that he'd have someone else host.
Okay.
The family is divided on this. I still feel like I'm not being unreasonable. Am I the asshole? No, you're not.
No. This is your business. This is what you do, and you're giving it to them basically for free.
Yeah.
Like you're doing all the work, and she's just gonna come in and go. And Mary even said that she doesn't even like these. I mean, the younger sister seemed like she liked.
She's grateful. Yeah. Her sister.
But
For
Mary,
the wedding shower.
No.
She's entitled little brat.
Yep.
And why. I don't know why what she's doing with the gifts. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the spread, but like she probably just threw it away.
Probably.
I don't want this.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Like someone buy me another one.
I feel like that's the mentality that she has. It's like, I'm done with this. I'll just get it new.
Somebody
next
would
time.
do this for me.
Yeah.
You know, daddy's gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I don't like the excuses that your family's making for her. Like she's a grown adult.
I mean, yeah, the brother and sister-in-law definitely are enabling this behavior,
Yeah.
and it's gross. The rest of the family like being divided, I think it's more so like the family doesn't know the full scope of what's going on. So initially you're like, well, this is her business. She should be able to do it, you know, as a family member.
Sure.
But if the family member knows, well, you know, it's for Mary and Mary is a jerk, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, I understand, because Mary is a jerk.
Yeah, and I think also they're divided just for the sake of the argument, but they know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you
they have
know.
to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that happened." Like, yeah, she totally should do it, but they're thinking, "You're a bitch." You know, you're a bitch. But they don't want to get involved. So
Right.
they just say, "Oh, I'm so sorry that's happened. I can't believe she's not doing this again for you for free."
For the third, fourth time.
Yes. You know, I can't believe her. She's such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not the asshole. She's definitely the asshole.
100%.
Do you have anyone? I won't say in your family, but someone you know that like takes advantage.
I mean, I try to be graceful and, you know, offer that hand. But if it's smacked too many times, then I'll take that hand away and push those people out of my life.
Oh,
You're still here.
I don't ask for anything.
But for the most part, I mean, I try to stay away from like toxicity in my everyday life and group, because I don't want to have that, because a lot of times people like that spread to whomever's around you, and I don't want that for the people that are around me, because I care about the people around me.
That's true. And also, as we get older, our lives get busier with children and wives and friends and their kids and all this stuff. I just don't have time for that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want that, like you said, toxic. I don't need that around me, man. If someone's being super negative or super needy, I'm like, bro, I literally have little human lives I have to take care of. I can't deal with your little shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be a good friend, but if your needs are trying to like take over too much time, I can't be there for you. And that's not really a big problem for, I would say, men.
Yeah.
But I've noticed a lot in women, and I'm talking about my wife and her friends who don't have children.
Yeah.
They don't really get it.
Yeah.
So they get like frustrated. Like, you don't have time for me.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on? You know, you change so much. Having children will fucking change your life, man.
Yeah. It's supposed to.
And I think most of the time guys get it. They don't really, like most of my friends, if I say, yeah, I've got to be a dad right now, they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got one friend, David, who I game with, and he always bitches all the time. But he doesn't have any kids. He's not married, and he'll probably watch this.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't fucking know, bro.
But
it's stressful.
But sometimes he understands. I'm gonna give him that.
No, he's a
Sometimes
very good guy. I'm just giving him shit because I know he's gonna watch this.
Yeah. Uncle David.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough being a parent, and you don't get more hours in a day, so you have to, you know, plan ahead and organize how you spend your time, because everyone is important.
Yep.
But there are some people who require more time, kids and
then
your wife.
And then you take those plans and you throw them away because things happen.
Things happen, man. Oh man, we talked about this a couple months ago about our wives being a little more organized and like planning things ahead, and then just let us know. I mean, we're on the calendar. We just don't look at it.
Yeah.
I'm on a calendar.
Yeah.
I just don't look at it. Like
I try to, but like there are certain calendars that's just like, that's your calendar.
But I'm very easygoing in the fact that like if something pops up last second, I will change my plans, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stressed or anything like that. My wife, bro, if I'm like, hey, we're gonna eat this, and this, and she's like, cool, but something gets changed because they didn't have it. She's like, oh, Like she gets flustered. Oh, we'll go,
Flips the table.
but it's just like if things change,
Right. It
she gets,
messes her up more than it messes you up because we're adaptable.
go with the flow.
Like, yeah. That's the way our minds work.
I think because I'm disorganized too, I don't care.
Well, I think
Like organized chaos.
yeah, but we also can adapt pretty easy. Like we've lived our life to where we're adaptable to things.
That was the thing you should say. Be like Walter.
I mean, like Walter? Who's Walter?
But yeah, like so.
But, oh, you mean the Bruce Lee quote? I know now he looks like Bruce Lee. He doesn't fight like him though.
He probably Brandon Lee.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
My parents didn't love me. But yeah, I think guys are just easier to, at least me personally, I can speak for myself, that if plans change last second, I'm going to deal with it. Like, I'm pretty sure that my wife has plans sometime this week that I don't know about or I've forgotten about.
Yeah.
And she'll say, hey, I'm gone, and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
If my wife told me today that she had to be gone for a week, I'd be okay. I'd be like, oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
because
figure it out.
You'd adapt. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I told my wife that I wasn't coming home on time,
Yeah.
she's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
But that's not all girls or all women. It's just certain women.
You don't think so?
No, I mean honestly, I feel like it's also like a mental thing, like just the way that your brain processes issues.
Oh, my wife's got ADHD bad.
Yeah.
So she's always like, this dysregulates me.
Yeah.
I've got it too.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like, it's contagious.
it's all in. I mean, there's different spectrums too.
She got on the spectrum. Whoa, come on, easy.
Different levels. How about that? There are different levels, and I think your ADHD isn't quite the level that her ADHD is. So things like this don't mess you up like it does mess her up.
Do you think you have ADHD?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like if I don't know what that is supposed to do. Is that supposed to like mess
that was
me
my
up?
ADHD.
I mean, for the most part, I think I'm probably like, I don't know. I have to take a test.
I think everyone's a little bit in this day and age just because we have so many things going on.
Yeah.
You know, like 100 years ago, you just had a giant wheel for stick and you would run around.
Yeah, the sun. You could just look at the sun.
And that's all you had.
100 years ago, back in 1904.
I'm just joking. Gosh, dude. Man, dude. I didn't understand time. You want to talk about aliens? I'm just joking. Let's throw you off. Well, I think that's our time, brother.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Anthony.
And this is Doors Open.